It can change so that they are not vulnerable to the medication anymore.
So you mean to say like they are getting the better of the medication because you didn't take it as you were supposed to take it?
They just will not respond to the medication anymore.
It's like they got a strength again. Maybe they were dying when you were taking it, but because you didn't kill them effectively, they gather in strength again and they coming at you again.
Right. So sometimes this bacteria can multiply. Like you said, they gather strength, they can multiply and cause the original infection to return. So this relapse may have to be treated with a different antibiotic or a more potent antibiotic, since the bacteria have now become resistant to the one that you were taking at first.
So it's not because you took antibiotics that the problem you had is solved.
Right.
Because you didn't take it properly.
Because you did not take it. So even if you think after 2 days I feel better, what I just told you is that bacteria can multiply because it has now resisted, it has grown to resist acting on this infection with this drug. It has become vulnerable to that drug. So what happens is you would have to now be given a new antibiotic or a more potent antibiotic. And here, what happens? You have to spend more money. You have to spend more time. You have another period of time that you have to be on the drugs, which you did not want to do in the first place.
You want to take a little alcohol and you can't even take it.
Exactly. So it becomes more expensive to you because you're still not feeling well. The bacteria has replicated, has grown. So you need now to consume something else that you, in the long run, might not be able to use this first antibiotic that you use because your body has gotten used to it. The bacteria has gotten used to it. And what happens, not only to you, but to another person being infected by that bacteria, because the bacteria has grown, like we say, replicate, and has gotten sensitive to the drug. So it's not going to react to that drug anymore. So it's not only you, it's also me or somebody else.
Oh.
For the same reason I'm saying, if you have an infection, you're infected by a particular bacteria, you're prescribed an antibiotic A. Over a period of time, a lot of people do that. They will take the first 2-3 doses and forget about the next 4-5 days.
No, I'm saying how is that it can affect somebody else?
Right, that's what I'm going to explain. Because this is the infection that I'm affected with. I'm infected with infection A. You, at some point, might be infected with infection A. You understand? So what happens is, because the drug is supposed to react with that antibiotic to cause a cure, because you don't take it like you should have, or also because you take it too often, the bacteria now, we put it like this way, the drug now becomes sensitive to the bacteria. So they become friends. Mm-hmm. Let's put it that way.
And they're supposed to be enemies.
Right. So the antibiotic is no longer going to fight with the bacteria because we're now friends. Mm-hmm. So if it happens that in a month's time I am infected with infection A, which you had, then it means that I will not be able to get a cure from that antibiotic because they are friends. Infection A, which is a certain type of bacteria, is treated with a certain type of drug. So the bacteria and the drug becomes friend because you, over a period of time, took too much of that antibiotic, so it no longer works. Again, they become friend. Or you stop taking the antibiotic when you should have
too little.
Yes. So the bacteria now has grown into your system, replicate, multiply.
So instead of fighting against the bacteria, fighting for you, the hand in glove.
That's right. And so the drug is designed to be delivered in a certain quantity, in a certain dosage form. So no matter how much bacteria you have, the strength of the drug may not be able to pass beyond a certain strength, a certain percentage. You cannot go beyond that. So it becomes ineffective.
Ineffective, powerless.
Right. So now something more potent
has to be
given to you. That is where the price might be a little bit higher. That is where we might have a little bit more reactions, because in the first place, this is there to streamline in the case of severe infection when nothing else works. Mm-hmm. These are why the more potent antibiotics are then used.
So you're now using a more potent antibiotic for a simple thing that could have been cured if you had taken it properly.
You're a smart guy.
Afternoon. Mm-hmm. On this note, we'll take a break from our sponsors. Quick, your pharmacist. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
Comme madame a reporté ça que les chez médecin les côté quick pharmacie where Harry do good bossing là et puis on support en la main. It is how cafe episa and not well my last 2 weeks. Episa. Harry upon yes is true. Pisa money on tipot là. Docteur dit mo to mettre urine and zimo 3 times a day. Madame Lieli do urine Harry miu no medicine pussy by you. And where's the prescription? It is me a poche mommy. What's the sense of buying that? Lemo capice tout temps. No, you see the importance of going to your pharmacist, listening to your pharmacist and having confidence in your pharmacist. PS.Plus will they place a higher premium on patient-pharmacist relationship than Quick Care Pharmacy Kote Halsbro just before the National Bank. Kote Quick Care is not just a quick fix. It's not just about tablets and spoonfuls. They've brought back the care into medicine. Whether it's a prescription or over-the-counter medication, the priority is your health. To take the right medication, the right amount for the right reason. Madam Harry, I see right in your medical book, Next of King, Henrietta Harry, movie farmer. By the way, is Next of Kin, Parking, the Harry Ukakimo movie. All I want for you is good care. That is why I always recommend Quick Care Pharmacy. We go to Halsbro.
Okay, welcome back to Tablets and Spoonfuls on your radio. We continue to answer the questions that people want to ask. And the next question is, why don't I need antibiotics when I have a cold?
That's a really good question. I try to explain that to people many times, but they don't listen because they think, I have a cold, I need some antibiotic. No, you don't, because viruses cause colds, and antibiotics are generally not effective against viruses. The best medicine for colds would still be your rest, plenty of fluids, and if you need symptom relief for your runny nose, for your cough, for your sneezing, for the
just
fever,
the
for the headache, for the symptoms, then I'll be happy to recommend to you the over-the-counter products. And if you don't feel better within 10 days, then you can notify your physician so that they can see if it's something more serious than the normal cold.
It can be developed into an infection, a chest infection,
yes,
a lung
depending
infection.
on if you just ignore it.
Yeah, and
so like I
then
said,
you may need antibiotic.
That's right.
But not
if it's
necessarily
against a bacteria, but not against a virus. It's not effective against a virus. So whenever the patient say, I have a cold, I need some antibiotics, and I know it's going to work. Okay, most times, I think in many cases, the doctors just to make you be happy.
Appease them.
Yes. But this is one thing that we have to be mindful of for what we just spoke
about previously. Because too many antibiotics in your system.
Then we develop resistance,
right.
And when we really need it, it's not going to be effective anymore.
Wow.
So this is one of the things that we call MRSA. You might have heard that in the hospital. It's a condition where you develop resistance to staphylococcus infections. And so antibiotics can no longer treat it. And it's a very, very, very critical condition. It is fatal, actually. So if you don't need antibiotics, don't ask for it. If it's a cold, let the cold go away. Let it
run its course.
Yes, let us treat all the other symptoms like the runny nose, the cough, the fever, the little aches and pains. We're happy to do that, but you don't have to rush for an antibiotic. However, if you do, take it until it's finished.
All right. Next question, as we continue on Tablets and Spoonfuls. Okay, here's an interesting question. Are cc and ml the same amount? No, not well. That is not cc ml. You know what cc ml?
No, I don't.
Cc ml is where you drink a thin drink, like almost like a power shake. They used to have a long time in days of Bovril. You know,
I remember Bovril.
Yes. And those kind of drinks. They used to have Cicimel.
I remember Bovril.
Okay, but not Cicimel. Some people, I'm sure, remember Cicimel.
I am sure.
Okay, let's ask the question again. CC, you're talking about letters of the alphabet now. CC and ML the same amount?
Good question. And I think the person is referring to a form of measurement in pharmaceuticals. So cc is a short for cubic centimeters, and mLs is a short for milliliters. These are equivalent measurements. So, for example, if you have a 5 cc, it's equal to a 5 ml, which in turn is equal to a teaspoon. So if you see cc's, when sometimes you hear us talk about cc's, mLs, don't get confused. It's basically the same thing. But if you don't understand, just ask us and we'll be happy to expand on it for you a little bit.
Ask the pharmacist.
Ask your pharmacist. Yes.
All right. So it's simple as that, you know.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's just a form of measurement and they're equivalent. So it's 1-to-1. 1 cc, 1 ml. 2 cc's, 2 mls. We use it now, but you find more ml is being used than cc. But that was before, I guess, the metric system.
All right. And some points to ponder as we come to the end of another program, Tablets and Spoonfuls on your radio. Some of the questions we looked at: is it okay to take over-the-counter medication once your prescription medication is done and you're still not feeling well? And questions like, how will I know if my new prescription is safe to take with my current medication? What should I do if my medication looks different from the last time and there's no note telling me it has changed? And why do I have to take all of my antibiotics if I feel better after a few days? Why don't I need antibiotics when I have a cold? And of course, cc and ml, the same amount. This is where we come to the end of another program, Tablets and Spoonfuls on your radio. Mafa, I'm sure you have some words as we end our program today.
Yes, I was very happy to have those questions. I want to thank you guys for sending these questions into us so we could try and attend to them for you. The only question that is a foolish question, as we would have heard before, is the one that has not been asked. So continue asking your questions and we will try to answer them with the best information as possible and to keep you happy so that you manage your drugs at home properly and get back to good health.
Okay, so the only question that is the foolish question is the one that is not, but people do feel.
No, but no question is a foolish
Yes,
question.
yes.
It is better to ask the question and have it cleared than not asking. So the only question that is a foolish question is the one that is not asked.
Okay, let me ask you. Do you afterwards say sometimes, "Man, sakapali sort"?
Okay.
You never say that, don't you?
No, not to my customers, not to my patients. I try not to. I might, if it's somebody that I know personally, I'll probably say something to them. But it's just being funny, you know,
Yeah.
in a funny way, not a serious way.
No.
You know, but really and truly, on a serious note, if you don't understand, I have absolutely no problem explaining to you what it is that you're taking, because I want to know at the end of the day, I'm the one handing the stuff to you.
Right.
So I want to know that you take it in the correct way. That is why I always tell you, do not rush me. And when I speak to you, even if you say, I know, the doctor told me. No,
People
I
have
am
to
the
say
one.
that. I
Yeah, they
know.
tell me that. But I tell him, I am the one handing this to you. The doctor don't know what I'm handing to you. The doctor wrote it, but he doesn't know what I'm handing to you. So just listen to me for a second. If anything, you can say, the pharmacist told you. I'm not wanting you to go and say what I did not say. So the only question that is foolish is the one that is not asked.
Better it means something foolish to you yourself asking the
Yes,
question
yes.
about it. Better
It's
you
not
ask
foolish,
it.
yes,
If
very-
you're not comfortable with something, why not ask?
Right. Maybe you might not be comfortable about it and don't want to ask the question, but I think you should just go ahead and ask. And as any healthcare provider, any professional should attend to that in a professional manner.
make you feel comfortable
And make you
too.
feel comfortable to ask the question. Anything you have to ask, don't be afraid. Ask, because I'm sure you're not the first person who has asked that question, and you will not be the last person to ask that same question.
All right, till we meet again next time on Tablets and Spoonfuls. I am Felix Anderson.
And I am Martha Augustus.
The number to call is
440-8600.
till that time again next Wednesday. Do have a great day and a great weekend.
Week. That's right. God bless.
Comme madame a reporté ça que quoi chez médecin côté quick à pharmacie where Harry do good bossing class if you want to support en la main. It is how cafe episa and not well my last 2 weeks. Episa. Harry upon yes is true. Pisa money on tipot là. Docteur dit mo pour mettre urine en zimo 3 times a day. Madame Lieli do urine Harry mew no medicine for save are you. And where's the prescription? It is me a poche mommy. What's the sense of buying that? Let me copy say tout temps. No, you see the importance of going to your pharmacist, listening to your pharmacist, and having confidence in your pharmacist. PS.Plus will they place a higher premium on patient-pharmacist relationship than Quick Care Pharmacy Kote Halsbro just before the National Bank. Kote Quick Care is not just a quick fix. It's not just about tablets and spoonfuls. They brought back the care into medicine. Whether it's a prescription or over-the-counter medication, the priority is your health. To take the right medication, the right amount for the right reason. Madam Harry, I see right in your medical book, next of king, Henrietta, Harry, movie farmer. By the way, is next of king, pa king. If Harry, Ukakema movie, all I want for you is good care. That is why I always recommend Quick Care Pharmacy. We go to Halsbro.
Tablets and spoonfuls. Tablets and spoonfuls.